We will discuss today about rural administration. We have already learnt about village panchayat, how it is and how it is working. While studying this chapter, you will find a lot of similarities with the village panchayat system also. In rural administration, let us start this chapter with a story. There was two persons in a village, Raghu and Mohan. These names are imaginary. Now, these Raghu and Mohan, they were neighbors. One day, one fine morning, Raghu find that Mohan, he entered in his premises and captured some of his agricultural land, and Mohan is demanding that particular portion of the agricultural land that is actually of his, because it is there in his papers and all. Now both of them were in argument. It even went on like physically abusing each other, but there was no solution. Even villagers, the common people, even their neighbors, they came to the place, but they have also no solution for this problem. Now what they will do? They need to go to police station then. How police is going to help them? Police has which police station they will go? That was the first question. Because every police station, they have an area that is under their control. Whatever the disputes happen there, anything or everything that comes to their own jurisdiction, what they first try to mitigate that problem, discussing among those common people, among the people, those who are arguing to get their right. Police help them to solve them. It can be about theft, it can be about any accident, any injury or any type of criminal attempt, as well as this type of some civil cases, like when two people are fighting to get their agricultural land. Now this is a responsibility of police that now when this case come to police, is responsibility of police to find out who is telling the truth. How they will come to know? They can check the papers, whatever Raghu and Mohan they have in their hand. But if those papers are not satisfactory and someone has done some of the malpractices, like in this case we can see Mohan has done it, something wrong that is showing that even the Raghu's land is actually in his possession and he wants to occupy that land. In that case, police need to take care of another system, that is the work, those who are doing the land record system. So what are the work at the police station? First of all, police wants to know the fact. They will file a FIR or they will write down the report exactly of that incident, what it happened. After they wrote it down, they need to inquire that who is telling the truth. They need to inquire from those those who have that dispute, those two people, and even without their help or without their guidance, the common people in the neighborhood, from them also police need to know that exactly what happened and who has started this, what is their nature, is there any bad record in the future, everything they will find out, and they need to inquire on that. Based on that, they produced it in front of the whatever the type of crime it is. Based on that, police is responsible to produce the people who has done the crime, or even who is the other person who has given the report, to produce their argument to the court. We will not go to that part now. We will just discuss for this case, this particular case where the land dispute is connected, what police is going to do then. Next, this case will go to the maintenance of the lands record department. This maintenance, the people, those who are responsible for maintenance of land records, they now will look after the matter and they will find out what their records are telling. Now system is very much improved. Previously it was all handwritten records, that one copy is with the people, the person who had it, and another the paper copy, the hard copy that used to be with this land maintenance department, but nowadays mostly it is computerized, so it is very easy to get what exactly is there, and very tough for them, those who are corrupted, those who are trying to do some malpractices. It is very tough for them because it is already fixed in the database of the land and revenue department. It is already there. Who is doing this work? Actually, this work is done by a man. We call him Patwari. We call him as Patwari. Now, this Patwari is a man who is responsible now to go to these disputed land where both these parties, they are fighting, Raghu and Mohan, they are fighting over. So, this Patwari, he will go to that land, he will get the measurement of the land properly, and as per his record, the Patwari's record, or the record that is kept, that is saved in land and revenue department, he will now give his report that exactly who is responsible to occupy others' land, actually whose land it is. The Patwari, known by different names also. They can be called as Lekpal. Lekpal is a name that is taken from this Mughal time, because those who used to write down, they were the one who used to write down the details of the land. So, that's the reason the name Lekpal was given to them. Lekpal or Kanungo, even they call as Kanungo in some of the places in India. And Karamchi, or the village officer, many names there. Actually, their work is to find out that whatever the land, whenever there is a land dispute, they are responsible to find out. Now, whatever their work, Patwari's work is done, whenever it is done, there are some senior officials also to take decision before a Patwari gave a final report. So, they also sitting in their office sometimes, even visiting the place, disputed place. They also help the Patwari to complete the measurement, and the senior officers, they are now all of them together, they come to a report, they come to a conclusion that what must be given to the court, what report must be given to the court, that the disputed land that belongs to whom. Even if there is no land dispute, if we think that there is no land dispute, everything is going on smoothly, even that case Patwari has a lot of work. It is not only if someone is complaining about something, then only they are going and they are measuring that land. Even to fix a tax on a land property, Patwaris, they need to know, this land revenue office, they need to know what is the amount of property that belongs to a person. So, in that case also measurement is needed. Patwari is responsible even to collect tax from the common people. As the records are there, this is done as the records are kept, and that is important for the Patwari to regularly update that. Someone is buying a land, someone is selling a land, or whatever the changes are there in the land system, someone is donating a land property, or by the succession rule someone's inherited one property. Every changes of name, changes of possession, these all must come under Patwari's jurisdiction, which in a particular place he or she, they are responsible to find out the proper datas and to feed them in the land and maintenance record. Senior people also, they are there, those who are helping in the Patwari's work. All states in India, we know that they are divided into district. For managing matters, I told you in the previous lesson also, it is not so easy that the district are also divided into the minute parts that are the village panchayat. So, the land also is dividing in the same way and as the work of the Patwari. So, Patwari is sitting in a district, but is responsible even the minute village where the land disputes are going on. There is a person who is heading this team, and we call him as district collector. he is he under his jurisdiction, the revenue officers, those who are known as tahsildars, they are also there. So this is a team, a complete team, those who are looking for rural administration. The district collector, the police superintendent, police officers, and then other way the Lekpal and the Patwari, they all are together to get a decision. Now, whenever there is a dispute like this land dispute, the one we are discussing about between Raghu and Mohan, now police needs to go to that district collector with their whatever their inquiry report, they will be presenting that in front of district magistrate or district collector. Now, collector has to order to the Patwari or this land and revenue department to inquire exactly what happened, who is the owner of that land as per their record, and this land revenue department will give their report based on that, and based on the inquiry done by police officers, district magistrate is giving his judgment, district collector is giving his judgment. That it is in the previously it was they used to, this Patwaris, they used to use long chains to measure the land, but now the procedure is completely changed. They are trained, they are really know their work very well, and it really the work is also become very easy with the improvement of computers and the internet system. So they can now update their data sitting anywhere. They can provide their report even from a distant place also, because they have all these data available, if they have all these data available with them. The Tahsildar's office is where the land disputes were also heard. They need to be related to that place, because if it is needed for them to visit that particular gram or visit that particular place where the land dispute happened, they need to go there, they need to complete their report, they need to take the measurement. So every district, when it is divided into smaller division of gram panchayats, these Tahsildar's office are also divided as per the number of villages or number of areas they have under them. It is, their work is divided in that way, and a particular person or a particular group of people, they are responsible to take care of that particular place. Coming to the responsibility of police, even the police station, if you see that it is divided into many divisions, many areas. Now, these areas may be an inspector or in charge of police, we call him SHO, the station head, those who are leading that particular police station, they are there, and a particular area of that is, we call them as police jurisdiction, that is their area. And whatever the dispute, criminal or civil, any dispute happened in that place, the particular police station is responsible to take care of that. They have their own area, usually they don't cross their area, cross their limit. Rather, if there is a dispute that they need to cross their area, in that case maybe jointly one or two more police stations, jointly they work and they resolve the issue. Now, after all this thing, it is coming to the district level. District magistrate or district commissioner is the person who is the first level of taking decision. We know that in India, we have executive, we have administration, and we have jurisdiction. Now, all these three, they are working together. Some few people are elected, some few are the government officials, and the Supreme Court, High Court, and the District Court, this judicial system. So, political, then administration and judicial, these three work together as a we can say as three hands of a triangle, and they here also in this rural administration we can feel it better. In case of this land dispute system, what we can see that first, whatever the dispute that is happened, that is going to the common, it is from the common people. So, they are the part of the common jurisdiction of India, that is the political system of India. Then they are coming to the police station. which is the executive part of India, and whatever the executives are generating their report with the help of Patwari, Lekpal, whatever the reports they are collecting, that is ultimately going to the jurisdiction because, of the judges, the district court, because we, the people of India, we have our right to get proper judgment, to get our rights to get as per our constitution. So they are going there. Now I am telling you another story of a girl who grew up in a small area. Now when she grew up, when she grew up, every time this girl heard that this is not her home and she needs to go to other house after her marriage and she has to reside there. When she went to that other house, that also is his husband's property, that is not her property. So it is as it is her husband's property, she has no right on that. She grew up, she grown older, and then that property was by the name of his son. There was a time in India when the widows, they were burned alive, just only, that is called a sati system, just only avoid the right of human, that Hindu ladies, the women of the society, to avoid their rights on their husband's property, because the other male member of the family or the society, they wanted to have complete right on the property that is left by the deceased person. A new law, a new amendment, there's a reason in Hindu Succession Act that came in 2005, that after the death of his father or her father, all the siblings, may it be son, may it be daughter, they are getting their equal right on the property that is left by father. So the number of dispute also, the property dispute also, that increased because people are demanding more. Recently the law has a little change, that now it is, as per the new law, it is first it was equally divided only among the son. Now it is divided among the sons, the daughters, and even the wife is equally, they can claim their right on the property, mother also. So it is equally divided among these people. The same law will apply in all states and territories of India. This law actually benefit a large number of women of India. They actually left a miserable life after they lost their father, sometimes they lost their husband. After that, as they don't have a huge part of India, we can see women, they don't have even their own earning, or they earn for family, they don't have their own savings. In that case, after the person who is responsible to take care for her, after his death, these ladies are simply helpless. And with this law, this Hindu succession, the new law, the Hindu Succession Amendment Law, which came in 2005, now they even got their benefit, whatever the properties, the land they have. Now to implement this thing, this law, we need again the administration and the jurisdiction. If there is any problem for implementing this type of any law, we can see that police is there, we can see that our district court judges are there, even the representatives, MLAs or MPs we are electing by election method, they are also help us to get back our right that is specified in the constitution. Now, some of the public service in the rural areas or the villages, what they do is, we discussed about police, we discussed about Patwari. Fair price shop is the shop where government is providing some of the life saving commodity, the basic commodities like rice, like pulses, like oil, or the basic things that they need to have their to live properly. Government is providing that in a very fair price or low price. They are not asking for a huge profit. So naturally it is available for the common people. and the BPL card holders also, they can get benefit the below poverty level. It is even lower than it is fixed for the common people. It is even lower range for them, and that is available in the fair price shop. Again, it is under the rural administration. Milk society, some of the villages now in India also, they started getting milk in a very low price, in minimal price. Some of the BPL families even getting milk free. So they formed a milk society which is providing milk for them regularly. Next, we are coming to the banking facilities. In the age of this demonetization, we can see that bank is taking a very major, a really major role in the society for money circulation and to let people know how Indian economy is and how it is changing, and how common people, they have to opt it, they have to implement it. Post office to connect each other, even some of most of the villages we can see post office is working as banks there. They have their savings accounts, even they are helping people to transfer money from one place to another place. Health service, as common people, those who are mainly running behind getting the basic amenities of life, they are very they always neglect their health. So from government side, from the rural government, they are providing health service to the common people. Those even sometimes they visit the even the houses also of the common people, mainly the women, the lactating women, or those who are pregnant, some of the elderly people, those who are suffering from some diseases, to help them. This health service is free and that is provided to the very lower level to common people. Government hospitals are everywhere. In all districts you will find government hospitals where treatment is really in a very low cost, and government doctors are getting their salaries, so they are providing their services free to the patients, those who are coming there, as they are salaried staff of government. So government hospitals, even for many operations and all, government is giving some subsidies, some of the very costly tests which needed to determine a particular type of disease, that also we are getting help from the government side, and government hospitals are providing those actions. Schools are government schools where education is literally free for the age till 14 years. Teachers are paid by government, and students, they are just paying a minimal amount, maybe sometimes, or sometimes it is free, sometimes even the school is taking care. And now government, as per government rule, even the books are also provided by the government side, that everyone in India must learn the basic education, without which we cannot live properly, peacefully in our life. Anganwadi system is introduced in India, keeping in mind that India is one of the countries that has a number of malnutritious child. So, and to bring students even in the school, government introduced midday meal system. Anganwadi system and midday meal system, both of them, they are providing healthy foods, the need, basic need for a child to grow up. That keeping that in mind, they keep their menu ready, and it is free of cost. That is the way even the people, they are generating interest even for them to come to school, because they are getting free food. India is a country where many of the people there, those who are not able to manage their daily food every day. This is overall the system of rural administration, that every day in our life, in the city, in the suburb, we are experiencing in our life. The story of Raghu and Mohan actually is telling our day-to-day story, day-to-day life which we are facing, day-to-day problem which we are facing, the life we are experiencing. That is in this chapter we have shared. And I remember that this Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005 actually changed the scenario what we experienced before and what it is now.